and crypto. It is March 7th, 2020, just about 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Current price of BTC 87.65 on Binance. In today's content, we're going to talk about the breakdown of BTC, and then we're going to be starting the long-awaited downtrend. We could be anticipating all the way down to like a mid 7K, but my extreme bearishness, it is just about 4,800. I don't think we're gonna hit 4,800 anytime soon, but let's see if like 5,500, 5,700 going to hold at least for the short term. So we're going to talk about all those good stuff. We're going to talk about the high time frames, such as the monthly, weekly. We're also going to go back and talk about what we discussed this morning regarding the downtrend. And I was actually looking for a long position, but kind of got out like that area of 9K to 9,100 because BC was looking very shaky. And I explained to you guys why it was shaky this morning, like just about like 12 hours ago. I gave you guys an update and said exactly be careful in this range, because we basically repeating the same structure we've been getting over the last few days, right? So let's dive into the analysis. We're also going to talk about Ethereum could possibly dip down to like a mid 150. I said it we basically got a trading range of 215 to 231 with a max of 247, but luckily we hit like a basically 254 for Ethereum, which wasn't bad at all. Okay, for Ethereum, we're gonna dive in into Ethereum next. Okay, we're also gonna talk about Ripple XRP for a possible breakdown to 20 cents or below. Okay, so the downtrend seems to be official right now, but we're just gonna have to wait for the next couple of trading session, couple of weeks, stuff like that, to basically get this head and shoulder we basically discussed over the within the last basically 12 hours also. So let me check the chat room, see if the chat room is if you guys can hear, no issue with the sound, and then I'm gonna give you the good stuff for BTC. Okay, it is looking beautiful, guys. It is looking beautiful. So if you've been looking for 14K BTC or 20K BTC, you could still get it, right? But it might not be on this uptrend. That's the thing. Okay, that's the thing with the with this basically this uptrend. So let's dive into the hourly time frame first thing first. So let's do the hourly. So on the hourly time frame, you can see we just drop from just about 9,200 range all the way down to 80, almost like 87. So 87, it is just about like a 0.618. We didn't quite hit it exactly, but I'm looking for a bounce from this area of 87 to 87 to 8600 range. Okay, at least for the short term, and we could anticipate another pullback just about this area of up to 9K or even 9200 range. It all depends on market volatility, right? And we're also going to discuss the volume. So that's the same structure, guys, I just showed you like not too long ago. All right, and I said it, if you flip the chart, right, you can see how incredible it is to basically do your research and know what's going on, instead of just looking for a moon shot all the time, right? So you can see the same structure we got right there, right? We discussed this scenario not too long ago. Let me do this. Check the chat room, guys. All right, we got 32 watching. So okay, sound is good. All right, hey, what's up, Jude Moonboy? So Moonboy, you've been waiting for 14K too. I heard, Jude, you've been waiting for 14K. So you can see like guys, we got the same structure. I talked about it this morning, less than 12 hours ago, and I'm gonna show you why we basically discussed this scenario. Okay, so you can see like if you invert the chart, like this is an inverse, okay, of this one, and in terms of moving averages, it is the same structure. In terms of moving averages, you can see we've been anticipating this this reversal pattern. You can see like how we got this reversal pattern, we also getting this reversal pattern, right? So it is a this move could be very impulse and basically make a new low even before giving us another pullback. So we could expect like BC to basically even break like this area of 84, right, 8400 range, and drop down to like a 80 low 8k. I don't want to give an exact number, but drop down to the low 8k area before even give us another three-wave pullback. So if I basically invert this chart, you can cleanly see it. All right, you can cleanly see it like what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm looking for, at least for the short term. So I would not be basically be very greedy, because this move gonna pull back. Okay, it's gonna pull back, like I always been basically giving you a warning. Whenever you get a basically head and shoulder, price gonna drop down, right? Could even possibly break this low and then a pump back up, retest this top, right? And then you're gonna like, oops, I got my head and shoulder. It's not gonna do that. Sometimes it can give you another three-wave pullback with a lower high in this range, give you your flat before this before this drop. So that's why I was trying to warn you guys this morning and said, once we drop down to this low 8k area, do not be very excited. Okay, we're gonna get another pump, and if you're a moon boy, you're gonna be very excited and you're gonna call for 14k again, and bang, you guess what, we're gonna get this move down to the low 7k area to mid 7k, right? But it is too early to talk about low 7k, mid 7k. We're just gonna focus on this 1,000-point range, which is like 8k to 9k. It could take a this entire month to basically even like break this 8k area. All right, it could take an entire month to break 8k. So gotta keep that in mind, at least for the short term. On the daily basis, we got a rejection from the 21 EMA, looking extremely bad. Not good at all. It's not good at all. Okay, hey, what's up, Crit? So not good at all. We've been getting a support from this 21 EMA before the drop. All right, so now we went back up, retested, and cannot break it. So even my I'm looking for another retest of a 9k area. All right, but it seems like it's going to be extremely hard for BC to go back and retest 9k. All right, so you can see if we're going to replicate this move, remember this is the same exact downtrend we got, right? That's the same exact inverse pattern. If we're going to replicate this this move right there, okay, if you're going to replicate this blue line, it means we might not even go back up to 9k. We might never see 9k again. Okay, so you're never going to see these prices again. Ooh, man, better short BC, man. You're never going to see these prices again. I'm just joking, but you know what I mean. Okay, you know what I mean. So you should not be saying like we're never going to see these prices again, right? So let's just wait. All right, and if you basically try to long it, it's not financial advice. Okay, so if you try to long it, right, and then you've been a moon boy and try to long BTC in this range, right, and then you did not get out on time, just give it like couple session, okay, couple of trading session. It's gonna pump back up. Okay, it's gonna pump back up. But I'm bearish. Whether it pump back up or not, I really don't care, right? It's just gonna give me a better average. Okay, it's just gonna give us an average to basically short it. But I'm not saying it's gonna pump back up because like I want it to go back up. We can even short right here and put a stop loss right there, so it really doesn't matter. And then basically we know we can drop all the way down to like mid 7k within the next few weeks. So no need to be in rush, right? So at least for the short term, that's what I see. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. The good thing is like the 3-day chart already engulfing, so it means okay, this candle right there, it's a 3-day candle, just started yesterday, right? So today is we on the second day of the 3-day chart, and it's gonna close on Sunday. So on Sunday we're gonna start a new 3-day candle. So the next 3-day candle can give us at least some greenness and try to retest 50% of this candle. All right, let's say we just close like about like current price of just about like 87.60, which is going to be a tweezer top, right? So most people don't pay attention to the 3-day candle, but you can see like if we get this tweezer next week, we can just get a 50% of this candle, right? That's what I was trying to show you on the 21-day candle. If you've been following carefully our monthly analysis, I told you we got a tweezer on the 3 weeks chart. That's very bearish. So you should not even be looking for like anything above like 11K, stuff like that, at least for the short term, until we break you know, 10.5, right? So within the next couple of trading session, we could retest just about like a 9K area to a 9100 area, okay, at least for the short term. It could be a week, or it could be a nice you know, 3-wave move pullback, but at least for the short term, what I see, the selling pressure could be declining, at least for the short term. If it keeps dropping, you got your basically, like I said, low 8K on the 3-day chart. Your 100 EMA is exactly at where? At 83, 84. Okay, we can wick down and hit like a 8K area. All right, so at least for the short term, we're most likely going to break the 8500 support I've been calling for the last 4 weeks. 82 to 85, strong support. We've been holding you know, 82 to 85 over the last, you know, 3 to 6 weeks. All right, so uh, 21 and 55. I mean, it all depends. Okay, on the daily, you know, most of the time I use like a 21 and 100 just to be consistent, right? But yes, if I'm anticipating a 21 and 100 to give us a depth cross, of course, okay, 55 EMA is basically shorter than 100 EMA. We're probably about to get that crossover. Okay, I can double check. Okay, so let's do this. 55 is almost close to 50, so this is a 50 MA. So you can see that's also another valid you know, evidence, right? We're going to be dropping. You can see similarly right there, right? You can see, I don't use these moving averages, but just to come from like our bearishness, you can see how tight these two moving averages looks like. Okay, not even a crossover, but very, very contracting. Okay, that's a 50 and 21. So it means, okay, it means a lot, right? It means a lot. And at the same time, similar structure, I've been showing my guys, this is the same exact structure we got right here. You can see we did pump back up, okay, up to 91, and this area we waited for 91 again to short it. So we could wait for this, you could wait for the for this 91 again and then take the short, you know, and then anticipate a nasty drop afterward. Okay, it could be a very, very nasty drop, right? It is just the inverse, guys. What are we doing right there? We already done it. You know, we already done it somewhere around here. We're just replicating the move. All right, so hopefully we're not going to replicate this move like this, right? We're not going to replicate it like this, because we're going straight down to like a low 7K if that's the case. But market is pretty bearish, guys. No need to be FOMOing. All right, no need to be FOMOing. So 55 and basically 21 EMA, don't play with it. Okay, don't play with it. You can see similar structure, you know, all over the place. All right, I don't use it much, but it is just random, so I'm just showing you. So I'm sticking to my basically 121 EMA. Hey, what's up? Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Rob. So we pump back. It is just about like 87.65 right now. So let's see, guys, because if we get this head and shoulder, most people are gonna get into trouble with this head and shoulder. I'm telling you guys, be careful with this head and shoulder. It's not gonna play out. it's not gonna play out, guys. It's like you should have learned with this head and shoulder. Okay, we did not learn. If you did not learn from this one, right, you most likely not gonna learn from this one. If you did not learn from this head and shoulder also, right, if you did not learn from this head and shoulder, you're not going to learn from this one. Okay, so be extremely cautious just about like a 8K area, 82 to 8K area. We're not going to break it that easy. It's going to give us a very tough time, and then most likely most of you guys going to be looking for a possible breakdown after that, because everybody's calling for a breakdown, and then it's going to pump. Okay, you can see you're supposed to learn from these head and shoulders, guys. It always, not always, but most of the time gonna give you a reversal pattern, right? So you can see the head and shoulder we got back in 2018 was very beautiful, guys. I love this one because I thought like we're gonna go to 50K. so we gotta be careful, man. Gotta be extremely careful. All right, extremely careful, right? So guys, let's dive into my 21-day candle, right? So my 3 weeks chart already gave me a bearish setup. Okay, that's why you know, I said, okay, I said it multiple times, right? I said it, whenever you get the 3 weeks tweezer, it is just a confirmation of a downtrend. Okay, it is a confirmation of what? A downtrend. So in the history of BTC, right, we got multiple of them, right? But most recently we got back in 2018 with that head and shoulder. You guys remember the head and shoulder I just showed you on the daily, right? Let me just go back and show you this head and shoulder right there, right? This head and shoulder was what? A 3 weeks tweezer. Okay, so if you're not basically paying attention to the higher degree, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see this. Okay, so and once again, did we get a head and shoulder right there? Okay, did we get a head and shoulder in this area? Yes, we did get a head and shoulder, right? So let's go back and dive into it, and I'm going to show you the head and shoulder again. We got a head and shoulder on the low degree. We got one right there, right? So everybody was calling for what, 16K, and I was like 13K is the top, right? So, and now we're getting another head and shoulder, not head and shoulder, but we're getting what? We're getting another tweezer right there. So let me know if you can see it. If not, I can show it to you. All right, but this one we do not have a head and shoulder. That's the thing. So we got a head and shoulder on the high degree. Okay, we got a head and shoulder on the high degree, which is this one. Okay, most people love to call it a basically a cup and handle, right? So let's see if this is gonna play out, but I don't think we got a chance to get this to play out, you know, with this with that tweezer. Yes, even if it plays out, right, you got a tweezer, it's just gonna come from like our bearishness. Even if we go back to 10.5, it could come from our bearishness in regard to the basically the tweezer top. All right, so if we go back up to like a 10.5, it means we're gonna get a head and shoulder with a tweezer, head and shoulder with a tweezer, and another head and shoulder with a tweezer on the 3 weeks. That's gonna be extremely bearish, right? So I don't see any sign of bullishness as of now, but I would like to give it like more time to develop more bullishness, at least for the short term, before we basically talk about any sign of reversal, right? So we just retested like 1/3 of this candle on this 3 weeks chart, up to 96, going to be just about like 60% of the body candle. That's the most I can anticipate this month. I don't see like a basically retesting basically 10.5, 11K within the next few weeks. All right, at least for the short term, right? So let's dive into Ether. I'm just going to talk about BTC, Ether, and basically XRP to make it a very short live stream. So Ethereum, right? So Ethereum is breaking down 3 weeks candle. You can see very bearish. We already retested, guys, 50% of this candle. That was our target, just about like a 247 to 245. So we basically look for took a long position from a low 230, right, to mid 245, and then got out because like just about like the end of the month, guys, I give a warning and say like Ethereum immediate resistance going to be 247 to 245. So if and a trading range going to be 215 to 230. So if we take a long from a 230, okay, to 245, you just have to respect your trading journal, and then you get out. If like it goes to 160, it is okay. 260, it is okay. It's not a big deal. But you just have to respect what you said, right? We said we're gonna look for a resistance for up to like a 247. So we got it. We longed it from 230, 247, got out, and then basically look for another possibility, right? At least for the short term. So Ethereum is looking very bad. You can see that's a 3 weeks chart. We got basically a shooting star. It is looking very bad. Even if you go back and test it, you can see Ethereum tweezer on the 3 weeks. That's not good. Okay, it always give you what? A downtrend. Okay, we got one right there. We got a very engulfing 3 weeks chart right there. Okay, it also we got a nasty continuation. Okay, nasty continuation to the downside. So what can I expect from Ethereum? Ethereum, the only thing I can expect from Ethereum is like, you know, we're most likely going to be continuing down. All right, are we going to break this area of 120? I'm not saying it, but my next trading range going to be in this range, low 150. Okay, 150 to 160 range. Okay, low 160 to to like a 150 range, give or take. Okay, we're just going to discuss it once we get to that area, but the main point is we're going to be dropping. Whether we're going to drop to 160, 150, 145, it really doesn't matter. Okay, once we get that, we're going to trade it and then basically look for some opportunities. But most likely, guys, most likely, okay, most likely with a very good probability, we can see Ethereum dropping down to like a mid $100 range. Okay, so instead of like a $10,000, $20,000 Ethereum, we could be seeing like some lower numbers for Ethereum. So Ethereum, one more thing I just wanted to add is like the 3 weeks chart on Ethereum, and most alt, they're pretty impressive. They're pretty aggressive. You can see once we basically break the three weeks 21 year 3 day, not 3 weeks, but 3 day 21 EMA, you can see bang. Okay, so if we break this our lower level of trading range, okay, 215, 226, 231, our trading range, that was our trading range when Ethereum was like 280. That's what we said, right? Actually not 280, but right around like a 250 when we were dropping. So we respected this trading range, and we most likely, okay, with a very good probability, if the bears basically continue the what they're doing right now, we're most likely going to break this 21 EMA. Okay, we're most likely going to break this 21 EMA, and we could be looking for support. If you like support and resistance, that's your next area of support, which is 175. Okay, 175 down to this area of 154. All right, so let's keep that in mind. Ethereum not looking good at all, at least for the short term, unless the bulls decide to come up with a good volume to basically reverse the price action. But as you can see, talking about volume, once again, I forgot to mention it, volume on Ethereum is incredibly high. Okay, in terms of selling pressure, I would not be looking for $1,000 Ethereum, $10,000 Ethereum. I would love to get some Ethereum at mid 150, and then we're going to take a look at if the low 150 going to be able to hold at least for the short term. If not, we're going to take a look at another price range for Ethereum. Okay, at least for the short term. Hey, what's up, CryptoLin? Okay, great. You cool if Ethereum gonna be dropping? Great, guys. Most of these prices are pretty cheap. Ethereum 150 is pretty cheap. I'm not saying we're gonna hit $10,000 Ethereum, but I think like 150 is pretty cheap. Ethereum can hit easily like a $600, $700, but I'm not gonna shield Ethereum just like that, because it's not in the chart right now. All right. So we long Ethereum from 194 to up to like been taking profit in and out up to like 279, 285. That's good enough. I think that's good enough, and then we could be looking for further sell off from Ethereum, at least for the short term, right? Somebody says Infinity Love says he's very excited, or she's very excited about the happening. So he can wait for the BTC happening in 53 days. That's great. Okay, hey, what's up, Jeff? We love cheap Ethereum. Jeff, you love cheap Ethereum. I do too. Okay, I do love me some cheap Ethereum. So let's take a look at Ethereum on the low degree. So, but remember, cheap can be cheaper also, right? So cheap can get much cheaper. So Ethereum, as you can see, we're coming back down to retest this area of basically a resistance, which was like this area of support, which was a previous resistance. And at the same time, I don't do trend lines much, but we got a nice trend line right here. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see if Ethereum going to be able to respect this trend line. This move is pretty vertical, and it is just three-way move down. Okay, it can drop down lower, but we can get this slow pump to the upside up to 0.618, right, which could be roughly around like a 240 to a 243 up to 247 range, depending on the market volatility, right? So let's keep that in mind. I don't think it's going to drop all the way down to like a 160 just like that. Just because I'm calling 160 doesn't mean like Ethereum going to drop down to a mid 150 range. Okay, so but we most likely going to get a pullback. So I will stay tight with Ethereum, not to be very greedy. Since we took a long from like a 130 to 145, we low 130 to a low 230, not 130, 230 to 245. Not to be greedy, just give it some time to basically cool off, and then we're gonna take the opportunity to basically take it to the downside, right? So yes, BTC basically is bleeding slowly until basically we see something different. That's basically what you're saying. Exactly. All right, so let's move, let's go ahead and talk about the King XRP. Still waiting for the big move from XRP. I know most of you guys very excited about XRP, but we're not seeing any move from XRP. So I was looking for XRP to just try to basically retest this area of 26.5. It could not even pump. I said it this morning also in my basically premium update. I said XRP, even though I'm looking for a retest of 265, 26.5, sorry, it is very weak. It is very weak, and it is telling me like a BTC is not that strong in that area. So that's one of the reasons I was basically very careful with XRP. But we're gonna retest this trend line. So let's see if XRP gonna get this support. I'm looking for support just about like a 22.8 range, and then a possible reversal back to like a 24 cents. So but for XRP, we do not have any we don't have like we do have a clear direction, right? So XRP is already giving us a clear direction. So this is you got this 1, 2, 3, we got 4, and then we can get this wave number 5 down. But we just have to break this area of basically 22.8. If we break 22.8, we could say like XRP could be dumping all the way down to like 18 or 17 cents, right? Okay, before giving us another possible reversal, all right, or a double bottom, another pullback up to this area before capitulating. That's a possible move, but let's just focus on this range of basically see if we're gonna break this area. Okay, but for XRP, I don't have any target as of now. All right, the only target I had was like a possible retest of 26.5 to take a short. But it's not there yet. Okay, it's not there yet. So somebody asked about Tesla, so I'm just going to talk about XTZ. XTZ USD. Okay, XTZ. Most of you guys now XTZ is basically following the rest of the market. The hype is gone. Okay, whenever you see these coins basically following the rest of the market, the hype is gone. So XTZ, we called for this drop when XTZ was like almost $4. We said like look for this area of $1.50. You can see we drop all the way back down to $1.50. Okay, we drop all the way down to $1.50. I know most of you guys not paying attention because of the hype. When somebody says like XTZ gonna drop 35%, when XTZ was looking extremely bullish, you're not gonna believe it, right? So, but XTZ is basically following the rest of the market right now. It is a 3-wave move pullback. So let's get this move a possible lower high in this area just to get the flat correction. If it breaks it, it's okay. It can just still give you this correction. But that's a move I'm anticipating from XTZ, at least for the short term, before reversing down to this area of just about like $1.75 range. Okay, we got a good support at $1.75. That's a long-term view. Okay, not short-term. Don't expect it like within the next 2 days or stuff like that. But I'm looking for a retest of $2.40. This gonna lead us to a link. I've seen like a couple of videos. Traders. Most traders are very excited about Link, but I see like I think like Link gonna be dropping heavily, just like Tezos. So the reason why I'm saying it, because you take a look at link BTC, right? So if I'm expecting BTC to drop down to like a mid 7K, right? I don't see link going very strong versus BTC, right? So I'm expecting link at the same time to respect. That's the first move I was expecting to do this, but I said it can pump still and give us a bigger flat correction, even a possible W back then. So this area for link going to be very critical. So keep that in mind. First thing first, let's get this move down to like just about like a 37,000 sats to 38,000 sats. Current price of link just about below like 50,000, below 50,000. So if you drop down to 37,000 range, I'm going to update the price, right? So let's take a look at link USD, how it how it is going to affect link USD. So link USD, so it is just about like what it is about like a $4.20, and when link was $4, just about like a $4.20, I said it's gonna pump back up to like a 480, because we understood what was going on. We understood like a link BTC needed to make a we'll need to make a flat correction, and if link gonna be going up versus BTC, it means link USD gonna be going up. So link USD was like just about like I think like this area of a 21 EMA was like 385. We called for this like almost like 480. It hit like $5. Now we're calling for another like a 320, right? So keep that in mind. We're getting a support again from this area of a 21 EMA on the daily, but probably it's gonna basically break it. You could argue we might not break it just because the volume is not there on the daily time frame, but it's gonna pick up. Okay, the volume could pick up. If the volume picks up, the drop could be much faster. So I'm anticipating a roughly to the $3.20 link, not $20 link. Okay, just keep that in mind. So we could definitely come back and retest like a previous support, which was right there, right? So keep that in mind, guys. You gotta remember, we've been trading link like since last year when link was like a $5, right? We said okay, it's time to take profit. We dropped down, we called for this flat correction, and then we said it's gonna drop, okay? And then we said okay, it's gonna retest, it could retest this area and then drop. But you can see like it retested this area, drop, but did basically give us a double top, right? It is still okay. It's nothing to it. It is still okay. So let's keep that in mind. And actually it was this area, sorry, this area, let me just take that back, was this one, okay, this one, okay, this one. So that's a flat correction I'm talking about right there. Okay, we drop, get this flat correction, right? And then we say we're gonna drop. Okay, after we drop, we say we're gonna retest it and then continue the downtrend, but link decided to pump up, right? So it is still okay. It just gave us a it gave us high prices for link. So let's see if this flat correction gonna be a continuation pattern or a reversal pattern, right? That's the most important. So once we retest this area, we're gonna see if we're gonna be able to sustain the $4, $3 range or not. If not, we're just gonna get this move, right? So okay, right, lady plans, you sold. Hey, what's up, K4 Liberty? Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash, at least for the short term. Hey guys, make sure to hit the likes and make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join our public Telegram group, link in the description. If you want to upgrade to the premium group, make sure to send me a message. At the same time, follow me on TradingView, guys. If you follow me on TradingView, okay, TradingView basically now got a live stream. At the same time, you can upload your basically, you can see all my basically private live stream right now. I uploaded on basically on TradingView. Very easy, beautiful. You don't have to mess with YouTube or all that nonsense, because YouTube guys like to basically ban most crypto YouTubers. So let's say I got banned, so I gotta find a way to basically do some live stream. So if you guys need some update, make sure to follow me on TradingView. All right, you can see like all these basically all these live stream over the last few days. We've been updating BTC and all that good stuff, right? So let's keep that in mind, guys. Make sure to click the likes, subscribe, hit the notification, follow me on TradingView, follow me on Twitch in case YouTubers start to basically look you know, start to basically act funny. And at the same time, this morning I showed you guys, this morning less than 12 hours ago, we were talking about this possible head and shoulder less than 12 hours ago. If you haven't watched that video, make sure to go ahead and click you know, the link in the description and watch that video, okay, at least for the short term. So let's see if like we're gonna get let's go back to the low degree. So in regard to wave analysis, like it's not much you can say in this range. You know, it is very bearish. Okay, we basically, you know, that's the only thing I can see in terms of waves. In terms of wave analysis, we already anticipated this to be a 3-wave move, make a low high, and then give us our flat correction, a drop down. My only concern, like you know, last week or like a couple of weeks ago, was like, was it gonna be a is this gonna be a 3-wave move or a 5-wave move? So, but as soon as we started making this triangle on Friday, I was like, guys, let's get out, because it is looking very shaky. I do not like I don't like this I don't like this wave. You can see like once we started getting this we got this flat correction, I was like, okay, we're gonna pump, right? But you can see after we pump to the upside, this wave was like basically a possible flat correction right there, right? You can see you could anticipate like this move to drop. So I was like, guys, let's just get out. This is a flat correction, and then this flat correction ended up being a what, a triangle, okay? And this triangle ended up being what, a basically ending diagonal, okay? So you can see, like, if you can anticipate all these moves, guys, you can basically understand what's going on, instead of just basically being a moon boy and then looking for like a $20,000 BTC in March and so on, right? So all right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day since you guys don't have any question, just to make it a very short live stream. You like 30 minutes chart? Yep, I like the 30 minutes chart too. Sometimes it gives you very engulfing patterns to basically get you ready before the sell-off. So that's what I said like this morning, like updated my guys, and I said like, if, okay, that was like 7 a.m. right? And I was like, if this candle, I was watching it like I was looking at it on the hourly. I was like, if this candle is red, we're most likely gonna be dumping. Okay, like 7 a.m. okay, just about like actually 8, when the first hour of the 12-hour candle, that's when I updated basically this hourly candle. If this hourly candle is red, we're most likely going to be dumping, right? So, and that's what we did exactly right there. Let's see. Yep, right there, this candle 7, okay, 7 8. So that's kind of incredible. All right, that's kind of incredible. Now we started dropping like around like 11 a.m. Bitcoin Cash, I haven't seen high volatility with Bitcoin Cash, basically following BTC. So what I would look for Bitcoin Cash, I would look for a rebound. I would just play the trend line for Bitcoin Cash, nothing else, okay? So just play this trend line, pretty easy, don't have to do anything. It is very corrective. It is a WXY correction, so you know, it is very corrective. So you got the 3-way move, impulse, 3-way move. We could get another pump just by this area 50% before even dropping down, okay? So if we drop down this if we break this trend line, it could look very nasty for Bitcoin Cash. Could look very nasty, right? So it already gave you like a multiple bearish setup, right? Top formation, similarly to what we got like a couple of weeks ago. Let's see, right there, okay? You can see Bitcoin Cash, what we got. You guys remember when we were trading Bitcoin Cash last year, right around October, right? And we were calling for this move. So similarly, that's the same structure we nearly got right there, okay? That's the same structure. And I'm pretty sure you remember, you know, K for Liberty back in October when we were calling for Bitcoin Cash to drop down, okay? It dropped down to this area. We were just looking for it looking for it to basically drop lower. But versus BTC, let's see how it looks. Okay, Polonia. So versus BTC, similar structure, right? Even back in October was like similar structure. Okay, but even back in October was like similar structure when we said it is most likely going to be making this ending diagonal, right? It did that right there again, right there, right? So and then we drop down, make a flat with a low high, right? And then we got this drop. What are we making right now? A rising wedge. Okay, so it is holding strong versus BTC. This wedge is also holding very strong versus the dollar. So it's not looking good, at least for the short term, for Bitcoin Cash. The head and shoulder for Bitcoin Cash is going to be very ugly. So I wouldn't play it as a head and shoulder. Try to play like a one-to-one. Okay, would not be playing that one-to-one. So I would just look for the next fib retracement to the downside, just to make life much easier, life very easy for yourself. Would just look for like a 0.618 going to be like a 256, and 0.786 going to be like a low $200 range. Okay, so and it could be very fast also. Could be a very fast drop to down to like a 256. Current price like a 320, so you're looking at another 15 to 20% drop, right? So for Bitcoin Cash. So thanks a lot, K for Liberty, right? All right, guys, I'm just gonna call it a day since you guys don't have any question. Let me scroll back. Hey, BSN. I'm not a bear, man. I'm just going with the trend. Okay, I'm just going with the trend. I'm not bearish. I'm not bullish. I don't care. I just go with the trend. So as long as we can stay profitable, I just go with the trend, right? So, but right. Let's go back to BTC one more time. Oops, you don't want to see this. Weekly basis, looking very bad. I don't think we talk about the weekly before I call it a day. I don't think we talk about the weekly. But weekly already retested 50% of this candle right there. So we it seems like, guys, we're done, man. It's on a weekly basis. It seems like this stuff, man. We might never see these prices again, man. So we might never see these prices again, man. So let's just be cautious. So I'm just joking, but you know what I mean. Okay, you know what I mean. Do not say we're never gonna see these prices again. So that's what I'm just trying to tell you, right? So let's just look for this move, guys. So for the long term, somewhere around like within the next few weeks, we could look for this drop. All right, so which is going to be like a low 7K. All right, so all right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.